Hello there. As you know, my name is Andres Garrido, and I I will be doing my second IELTS speaking mock. As you know, this mock it consists about on three parts. One part is two parts. Exactly consists of questions that I need to answer, and one part is a monologue, like an anecdote or a story I wanna tell you. So let's start. The first question is they're talking about places that I like to go during my leisure time. So the first question: what do people do in your town in their free time? Well, as you know from my last video, I live in Bogota, Colombia, and people usually go in during their free time to malls, like shopping. Yeah, I mean like this is it's not like a common thing like during a leisure time, to go to a mall shopping. Personally, with my friends, I spend time like in one of our houses and talking, all of that stuff. Yeah. The second question is where can they go out for the entertainment or to enjoy themselves? Well, they can at the malls. They can go to cinemas. They can go to coffee stores to drink coffee. They can go to parks to play sports or just to run to have a good time with your friends, family. And yeah, it does not affect so much what you're doing. It affects who you are doing that stuff. Like even in your own house, yeah, you can be just chilling with your friends, with your family, and it's enjoying. And you can enjoy. The third question is, which do you prefer, eating in restaurants or eating at home? Honestly, I don't prefer any of both, because I enjoy eating at home. I enjoy eating in a restaurant, but sometimes it's better to eat at home because you don't spend money. But some other times you enjoy more eating in restaurants because you are with other people, chatting and all, doing those kind of stuff. And the last question of this part is, which are the best places to eat out? Well, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I think those will be like restaurants with a nice a nice horizon, a nice view. Yeah. Or maybe if you just want to uh, eat fast, well, fast food is the best thing you can go if you are at time, like running with time. Yeah. Part two consists of in the monologue, right? It says describe a special occasion when you had a really enjoyable meal. You should say what the occasion was, who was at the meal, and what you ate. and explain why the meal was so enjoyable. Well, I really can say a moment when I really enjoy a meal, because I think all meals are enjoyable. I think, but maybe if I need to say one, it was this year around March, July, uh, between that time when me and my friends come here, we were at my house playing video games. Like we firstly came to do homework, to do a workshop, homework about presentations and an essay of theory of knowledge. The subject is called like that. But we spent all day playing video games and talking random stuff, random things, random topics. And we ate that day, if I remember well, a, a special, a common plate here and in other countries, but here is called pasticho. The pasticho is some kind of pasta. I can't remember the word. Well, it's like pasta with cheese and with tomato sauce, with more cheese, two different kind of cheese, with a special well food. Uh, mm, well, as I said, I had that meal with my friends and also with my family, with my mom, my dad, and my sister. Well, what I ate, that is pasticho. If you don't know, maybe you can Google it, right? And explain why the meal was so enjoyable. It's really because I spent time with my friends that myself, honestly, myself don't spend much time with my friends outside school. And yeah, like it was a really enjoyable meal, like all the others, really. Like, okay, the third part is there are also more questions, and the first question says, "What do you think a healthy diet consists of?" In fact, I remember doing this in at the school in my English class, right? It's the same question, the same first question. What do you think a healthy diet consists of? I said, a healthy diet consists of like of nothing. Depends really on the person, because there are there are people there are people that cannot eat carbohydrates or cannot eat much protein and more lipids. Some kind those things, it really consists of the person, but I really disagree with the common thought that a healthy diet consists of the vegetable salad, the fruits, the natural juice, and like the green meal. The greener the meal, the healthier it will be. I think those things are really help, but those are not things that make a meal a healthy diet. I think you need to control yourself. The best way to have a healthy diet is to control the amount of carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, uh, vitamins, and all of that macromolecules that are called like that in biology. And you can drink a natural juice, or you can have a Coke, right? The second question says, which do people in your country prefer? Traditional food or fast food such as hamburgers or pizzas? Well, here in Bogota, in Colombia, and mostly in Latin America, it is usually preferred traditional food, homemade food, because you don't spend money or a lot of money in food, and really you can do whatever you want if you have the ingredients, of course. But I know in some countries such as United States, they're like more, they prefer fast food because it is easier to approach. The approach is easier. But yeah, they prefer traditional food such as the chicken, the meat, the the fish, yeah, all of that kind of food or meal, right? The third question, do you think children should be taught about healthy diets and cooking at school? Why or why not? I really think not. No, they don't. They shouldn't be taught about healthy diets and cooking at schools because those are things that a person learns by the time. You know, uh, when you learn that when you start to live alone, or when you need to when you like uh, sorry, when you like to cook, like it's really also about liking or disliking that. And as I answered in the first question, there's no one, a healthy diet. There are different healthy diets depending on the person. And as I also said, that you need to balance between the macromolecules of the food. That's taught in biology, I think. Well, I learned that in biology. And yeah, because there's no need to be teach that those topics at school. Those can be learned at home, or or somewhere else that it's not at school. And I'm being understandable. I don't know. Well, you write on the comments below if you understand what I said or not. The fourth question is, at what age do you think children should be taught to cook? Okay, I think there's no age for that, right? And but yeah, there needs to be a minimum age to for a children to be taught to cook. Like when the children has like 3 years old, he cannot learn to cook because he doesn't have the skills necessary for cooking. But if someone at the age of 7, 8 that already have skills maybe to cook, they can be taught to cook because if they like it, if they like to cook, well, they cook. But if you don't like to cook, but at some time you learn how to cook, like not necessarily be taught to cook, but learn by yourself, by YouTube, some way. In some way you learn how to cook, and in some conditions, like if you start to live alone, if you are alone in your house that day, or if you are outside in a trip with your friends, maybe with your school, you learn how to cook, or an exchange in the university. Well, the fifth question is what can be done to prevent poor people in the world going hungry? I think that's depend on each country. Like no one can prevent people to get hungry because everybody gets hungry, right? Even the one that has all the food in the world, at some time he or she, that person gets hungry. Everyone gets hungry. uh, I don't know why is hunger related with poor people. Like hunger is a natural state in the human being and in the living organisms. But well, if I need to answer, rich countries like, uh, besides thinking that United States is a rich country, or United Kingdom or Germany or France, yeah, those countries are considered, may be considered rich countries. They maybe don't have the resources, the natural resources for helping these poor people that suffer hunger. Mm, sorry, I was relating it with the last question. Well, doesn't matter. The but what can be done? Like, if you want, like, depends on the person. If you want, you can buy food or make food and donate it to the poor people, and that, and no more. Like honestly, I don't think there's a better way to help people, others, not just poor people, but other people. The last question is, should rich countries help poor countries with more than just food? Well, this is controversial. This is a controversial question because every country is rich in something. Every country is rich in something. United States is rich in technology, in industrialized stuff, industrialized products, but Latin America is rich in natural resources, and I think that's more important than being rich in industrialized products, because you need raw materials, natural resources to produce those outputs, those products, and then to be sold. The problem is that with the with the thing the I don't remember the name in English. My mother language is Spanish. Yeah, but like those well, the countries, the Latin American countries or the countries that have natural resources send those resources. Sorry, I'm repeating a lot of resources. Those resources to the industrialized countries such as Germany, France, United States, United Kingdom, well, blah blah blah, all of that, all of those countries, and those countries just send back the products. But which country wins, gains more with that exchange? The rich country or the poor countries, the countries that are named in those in those uh, that are named third world countries. Third world countries. Sorry. Um, yeah, but what I been taught is that every country is good in its way. Like no one needs to help others for in something because everybody has the skills to do everything. Like what is the difference between uh, a poor person that lives in the streets and a manager, a CEO of a big company, let's say Sun. Let's say Sun. What's the difference? The difference is that this person, the manager, the CEO of the company, worked hard to get there. Worked hard, studied with a lot of effort. Maybe he made sacrifices for getting to that point, and poor person, this poor person is the person that wanted everything easy. That he wished that from one day to another he will be in this position, but without studying, without making effort, without doing sacrifices, making sacrifices, sorry, again. So that's the difference. And in countries is the same. Why is United States in here and countries such as Colombia is here related to United States? Well, so firstly, because history in United States is longer. This country has been through a lot of things, more than this country. And those things, those moments, those conflicts had helped this country to get in here. This country depends on this country, so it cannot develop as faster or as good as this country is right now. But maybe in some time, if this country make the same sacrifices and do this and make the same effort that this country did in in their time, in his time, maybe Colombia can be here or maybe higher. Who knows? But the the high countries, the rich countries, I remark the does not need to help poor poor countries with more than just food. Just those poor countries needs to need need to make make an effort, do more sacrifices, and think on how they can get up to here. But well, I I ask you that question. What do you think? Should rich people help poor countries with more than just food? Answer in comments below, and hit that like button. Thank you.